We're live. We're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this live. I am here in, where am I? Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta today. I am in Atlanta with Dr. Elizabeth Akin, and I am so excited to introduce you all to her. If this is your first time watching me live, my name is Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist, and I specialize in helping business owners build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million-dollar legacies. Now, what I want to do is read her bio first. So you have to hear how amazing you are before we get into this conversation. And if you are watching live, say hello. Okay, say hello, say where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, say hashtag replay in the comment section. Okay, so Dr. Akin is Akin. Dr. Akin is a nationally recognized epidemiologist, professor, and business strategist dedicated to transforming lives throughout healthcare entrepreneurship and public health innovation. With a strong foundation in science and a gift for empowering others, she has built multiple successful ventures in DNA testing, lead screening, and diagnostic lab consulting. Dr. Elizabeth is a university professor and currently pursuing her doctorate in public health epidemiology. She combines academic excellence with real world experience. She is serving as a clinical director at Impact Diagnostic Lab and was a case manager at Howard University, helping individuals navigate opioid addiction and access critical treatment services. As the founder of Riches and Diagnostics Conference, Dr. Elizabeth trains mentors aspiring lab owners and consultants through conferences, workshops, and online programs. Her students have gone on to launch profitable CLIA waived labs, secure state and federal contracts, and high impact businesses in underserved communities. High income too. High income too. She's like, yep, that's it. I've done that. Yes, and that, and some more. Dr. Elizabeth is also a highly sought after speaker, known for her engaging, practical, and motivational sessions on topics like healthcare entrepreneurship, starting and scaling diagnostic labs, public health and health equity, faith, leadership and business, immigrant empowerment and financial independence. And she has spoken at industry conferences, universities, women empowerment events, faith-based business summits, and consistently leaves the audiences inspired and equipped to take action. Whether she's in the classroom, on stage, or consulting behind the scenes, Dr. Elizabeth's mission is clear: to help purpose driven individuals turn their expertise into income and impact. Without further ado, I introduce to some and present to others Dr. Elizabeth Akin. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me on your platform. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a speaker at your conference. I really do not take that lightly. And I will tell you all, today is a special day because today is the first day we're actually meeting in person. Let me tell you, before we even get connected to the interview questions, let me tell you, there is power in showing up. You never know who's watching. You never know who you may be connected to. So if you've been looking for a sign, whether you should go live, whether you should send a DM, whether you should show up, this is your sign. This is your sign. So speaking of signs, tell us, what was your sign that it was time for you to coach other women and men to do what you do?
Listen, Well, guys, thank you all so much for having me. Thank you, Miss Terry. So speaking of sign, the sign was a lot of individuals, a lot of ladies were reaching out to me. Coach, no, well, I wasn't a coach at that time, but they came asking different questions. Do I know how to do this? Do I know how to do that? I think I kind of like know because I'm a researcher by background. That's my background, right? So I like to sort for information. I'm always the go-to person, even in my family. People always come to me if there is anything they need. Go to Elizabeth. So I'm always the go-to. I don't know if I carry that, but on this
You
space,
do carry it.
so this lady reached out to me and she was asking me for questions, yada yada yada. I'm like, yeah, I can help you. I can help you. So that's actually what led me into coaching because
I
they were
see.
asking me for lots of things, resources, yada yada yada, and I was able to help. And I took up on that and I became a coach.
I love that. I love that. See, some of us were coaches before we start coaching, if you know what I mean. Even at
Mm-hmm.
my first, I'm gonna say my first job in finance, I worked for a bank, and so I became an on-the-job training coach. And from there, I was like, I really love being in the classroom. I love educating adults. I love educating children too. So tell me this, like, what about coaching other people to build businesses give you fulfillment?
It does gives me fulfillment, y'all. When people come to me, the first thing they always say is, Coach, I am glad that I found you. I've been to this place. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this, but I don't have clarity. I haven't gotten my results. So, but when they start to share that, oh, there is just something because I'm on YouTube too. So they watch me from YouTube and they come to me and say, hey, I just like what I hear. I think you are my right person. From amongst all these other people that I found on YouTube, it's to you that God is directing me to. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So they come, it's always, every of my clientele is always a testimony or a confirmation that I am there, I'm positioned to help these people.
Yes.
For me, my coaching is calling from God. It truly wants me to do this. I remember when I was growing up, my mom said, it's either I'm a pastor. So I see my coaching as a spiritual calling, although
Yes.
I don't stand in front of the pulpit, I don't preach, I don't do all of those things, but I have impacted so many lives, right? Because when they come, not only after, before and after, even after they're training with me, there is always a confirmation. So that's really it.
Listen, see, kindred spirits attract kindred spirits. Like I speak about attracting abundance, right?
Mm.
And at the Attract Abundance Conference, which she will be speaking there. I speak about attraction marketing. And one thing that happened last year, which was very interesting, was we did a quiz, and most of the people who took the quiz, their results matched my results
Ah,
that I
because I
took.
connected.
So it was like
Attract.
I attracted people who operate like me, who think like me.
And that's actually what
Yes,
happened. That's what transpired between you and I.
yes,
We synchronized just right there from the go to, from
yes,
the start.
yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I see I have some people watching. Make sure you put hello, good afternoon. Give us a shout out. I want to see that you're watching us. Now, we're getting ready to get into some deep stuff on today. We are going to speak about ways to start your business. We're going to talk about your journey as a healthcare entrepreneur, and we're going to speak about government contracts. So, before we get into all of those things, though, I want to know more about your story, your journey. You have a beautiful accent. Where is that accent from? Tell us the
Yes.
story before you became
Mm,
Dr. Elizabeth.
mm,
Tell
mm,
us, how did you start?
mm. Listen, y'all, I am a proud Nigerian, born and bred in Lagos. So I'm a Nigerian. The accent is coming from Nigeria. And back home, well, my dad owned a school. He actually was a principal. He
Really?
owned a school.
I was a principal too.
Yes, he's a principal and he owns a school. So he has always, and listen, it's too much story back here, but let me give you a little bit. So when my dad's mom passed, right, they had me. So they named me after my dad's mom, which is Elizabeth.
Oh,
So my dad, amongst all of his children, there is this special likeness for me. So he's a principal, he's a teacher, he was a Sunday school teacher.
I taught Sunday school too.
So he said he wants us to go to college training. So I actually went to a college of education as a teacher. That was my background. So because it wants me to take after everything that he owns and that he does, right?
Mhm.
So that's, so yeah, the accent, I don't know if I'm answering your question correctly, but
You are.
I'm from Nigeria, and my training, I've been a teacher wrapped around training, teaching others since childhood. Then when I migrated to America as a migrant. So I became my journey, and I wanted to pursue nursing, but I wasn't able to pass anatomy and physiology. So I had to take that class 3 times.
Wait a minute before you listen. Before you complete what you're saying, I want to make sure the people are hearing this. So you said that you came here from another country and you wanted to be a nurse, but you had to take the test 3 times.
3 times. I didn't pass anatomy and physiology. I keep failing this class with an F. I'm like, what's going on here? And I don't want to keep wasting my money because I know it's cost tuition, college tuition, you know what I mean? So I had to transfer my credits into public health. And since then, I have no regret, Terry. It's been a
Listen,
blessing so far.
yeah, so tell me, what is the difference between what you're doing in the public health sector versus what you thought you would be doing as a nurse?
As a nurse, I bet I was only planning to be a bedside nurse. That's about what I think nursing would give me. But with my public health, I was able to diversify. So actually, I'm an epidemiologist. So an epidemiologist, we do a lot of research, community impact. We are like the secondary doctor, right? Because when you go to your doctor, you're going to your doctor to treat you, right? Because that's what we know doctors for. But we are preventionists. We like to prevent. Prevention is better than cure. We don't want people to get sick, so we try to, educate people. Wash your hands, do this. We research. Why are people getting sick? What is the
Yeah.
causation of this problem?
Yeah.
People are having flu. People are having diseases. Where is the problem? We like to get to the root bottom,
Yes.
the bottom roots of the causing of the problems. When Okay, a very good example was the pandemic, COVID.
That's what I was
pandemic.
thinking. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Where is
Make
this
it
coming
plain
from?
for the people. Make it
Right.
plain for the people.
So that's my job. I was going to be nursing, but look, I enjoy everything about public health, and I get to teach public health today because I'm a professor, right? I'm a professor. I teach epidemiology itself. So I teach my students. We like to get to the root bottom. We don't want to wait to treat or cure or do anything. We like to prevent because it's
Yeah.
better. Because if you start to treat, it costs money. Your
Yeah.
Medicaid money, your Medicare, hospitalization, all of those things deter you and cost a lot of money. So we like to keep it simple.
Yes.
That's
Listen,
what
she
we do.
said the doctors cure you, but we prevent you from getting sick. I hope y'all are catching that. If you are just now watching us live, I want to make sure that you understand that in this season, you may be feeling called to an industry. You may be feeling called to a section of an industry, but you're like, something's not working right now. So instead of you going into a totally different industry, you may just have to change, right? Change the angle that you are working in, or change the angle that it takes for you to be able to solve problems and save lives and have a great impact and have a great income doing it. So speaking of income, because I know we have entrepreneurs that are watching, and you are a healthcare entrepreneur, and you're also a teacher. I can tell like you like to teach, you like people. So I'm a teacher as well, and I love people. And so, oh, don't worry. Listen, my phone always go off when I'm live. People always want to call me when
I
I'm
know.
doing something, but when I'm not doing anything, I don't hear from y'all. But it's when I'm doing something. When I'm on.
Miss Gretel.
Oh, Gretel's watching. Hi, Gretel. Hi, Lynn.
Lynn.
Hi. But look, when I'm on Zoom, when I'm interviewing people, when I'm speaking, that's when phone, text, everything is happening when I'm doing something. But that's good. Your phone ringing means that you have activity. That means you have momentum, right? That means you're a leader. So don't, it's all right. It's all right. Listen, I'll get back to y'all because
I'm live with Miss Terry, Dr. Alford.
I think I'm gonna go by Dr. Terry. Well, Dr. Terry Alfred. It has to be both. It has to be both. Because on tomorrow, we are going to be officially doctors, Dr. Terry Alford and Dr. Elizabeth Akin. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's go to speaking more about this pivot, right? So let's speak more about this pivot. So you wanted to be a nurse. You decided to go into public health, and now you're teaching other people what they can do to be better in the public health sector. But at what time did you decide, I don't want to just be a professor? I want to have a business. I want to be able to make more than what the school pays me as a professor.
Okay.
Like, let's talk about the coins.
All right. So here's the thing. Actually, this professorship thing that you guys are listening to, I just became a professor.
Oh, so you were an entrepreneur first and then a
yes.
Okay, walk us through what that looked like. Walk us through, how did you go from graduating as a graduate in public health to where you are now? Tell us your story.
So here's my story. So after I graduated from my bachelor's degree, I relocated to Maryland. I was in Pennsylvania because the DMV area is very notorious for public health. You know, that's where you have the government house and what have you. So I was a case manager at our university. That was my first position. And that was actually when I started having kids. You know, my life has to balance. I was unable to be there for my children. I was unable to cater for my babies. I want to be home with my babies. Even though although I had a very good job, I was at, was at university. We had all this 401k, yada yada yada, which is for and I said to myself, honey, I said to my husband, honey, I really have to quit this job because I want to be home with my kids. I really do want to be home. I don't want to take them to no daycare, what have you. So I took that leap of faith and I quit my job. I actually resigned and I said I would just stay home with my mom, with my children. So while I was home, of course, on Facebook, I started to search for what I can do, yada, yada, yada. And I came about, I can start a diagnostic lab without any experience. I don't need to have no medical background. I don't even need to be a doctor. You know how you're on the internet, you just happen to see something. I don't know how I got to see this opportunity. That's actually how I started my own diagnostic lab. And from there, within 2 years, I had to pivot right into coaching because I didn't get a lot of help and resources in building my business. And my background is into research. I like to find, search. Even with my education background, I had to teach myself a lot. So I was able to grow my business. In the first year of my business, we won $3.8 billion contract.
Tell the people again. Listen, they're gonna kick me out of this lobby because I'm loud. Tell the people again. You want how much?
$3.8 billion contract.
She said billion with a B. Did y'all hear that?
We did.
How?
Marketing, positioning, leap of faith, right? I know the first thing I needed to do after I had my business was to position myself. So it was positioning. I was at a health fair. I was sitting right there trying to do me, telling people about what we do as an owner, as a new business. I was excited, passionate, full of energy. You know what I mean? So at that health fair, I was making connections. I had this connection with a particular organization that has been looking for what I do, what I offer.
Hold on. Pause, Queen, if you don't mind. I got to interrupt one more time. She said, I partner with organizations that was looking for me. So you don't have to worry about hearing no's when you're an entrepreneur because not everybody is looking for you, but you just want to position yourself to be in front of the people who are looking for you because there is where the abundance and the overflow flows from. Am I right?
That's right.
See, I got to make sure they're hearing this because you are speaking so much information and I hope y'all are taking notes. And if you're not taking notes, go back and watch the replay. Look, Gretel said, congratulations, lady. Leap of faith. Positioning. Yes, Gretel. Positioning. She said, I positioned myself. I wanted to be at home with my babies. So I positioned myself. I wanted to still be productive in public health. So I started researching and then I acted on it and I decided to position myself. So she positioned herself not knowing that she was going to get over $1 billion in government contracts. Am I right?
It's not even in contracts.
Tell me.
I'm going to actually speak on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, we have to start to think the non-traditional way when it comes to seeking and sourcing for opportunities.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
Revenue generating. If you want to get money, if you want to make money, you have to think outside of the box. You can't be traditional. And that's actually where I came in, or I'm coming in now as a consultant, a contract in collaboration consultant, where I help people get money, secure funding. So this was a rare opportunities. There are some organizations who actually are by law required to reinvest their profit into community. And those opportunities, you can't find them on no SAMS.gov, no RFPs. You know what I'm saying? You have to position yourself. It's all about still positioning and be creative. So we know those places to go talk to. So we write proposals. So sometimes the opportunity is not in the RFPs. So that's what, I don't know if you want us to get to that.
Listen, listen. I hope y'all are taking notes. That's all I got to say. And by the way, if you are in Atlanta, just drop Atlanta in the comment section, because this queen is going to have a conference here in Atlanta in September. By the way, the ladies that was at the meetup today, they all were like, yeah, we want to come to the event. So I am going to make sure I directly connect you with those women that were here today. I had lunch today with some women from the Business Women Building Wealth community, and I was sharing with them, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to Atlanta. Because in September, I'm coming back. I'm speaking at a conference, your conference, in September. But I also feel like there's some people here that God wants me to serve. And I'm traveling from Texas to Atlanta, but you're traveling from Maryland to Atlanta. So if you're watching this video and you're in Atlanta, if you're in Georgia and you're like, I said that 2025 was going to be my year of overflow. I said that 25 was going to be my year of more. I said that this year X, Y, and Z was going to happen, and it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's because you haven't been in the right room and you haven't been in the right company with the right people. So I'm telling you right now that nothing happens on accident. You know, when people say they're born on accident, I always be like, no, don't say that. Don't say that, because God doesn't make mistakes.
No. But speaking of conference, I'm also coming to your conference.
Yeah.
Let them know about that.
Yes.
We are going to be in Dallas in October.
Yes.
26th, right?
Yes, for the Attract Abundance Conference. Shameless plug. Ticket prices do go up on August 1st. So go ahead and get your ticket. Get your ticket now, okay? Because we want to make sure that on day one, we teach you how to attract abundance. Have you not noticed that most of the people who are going to be speaking at the Attract Abundance Conference have either been a teacher, they are a teacher, or there's a calling on their life for them to teach and educate and train? That's because you're going to come into this space and you are not going to leave the same way that you came. And so I encourage you all to get your tickets, especially if you're in Texas, because let me tell y'all something. Y'all in Texas, y'all are playing. Y'all gonna let this event get sold out by all these people from across the country and miss out and be like, Terry, can I come in the room? And I'm gonna be like, listen, we got to keep it at a certain number. Today.
I'm gonna be in the room, okay?
She's going to be in the room. Yes. How much did you get? How much did you secure? Say it again. I like the B word.
3.8.
3.8 billion. Because she was thinking outside of the box.
Outside positioning.
Now, what if she said, okay, I am having trouble passing this test to become a nurse, so I'm just going to quit right here. I know. Sometimes what you think is a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. It's actually a God thing. It's a blessing. What the devil meant for bad, God meant for good. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. So teach us a little bit, if you don't mind, because I'm not going to ask you to go too deep into detail, because if people really do want to know more information, they need to reach out to you, right? They need to reach out to you. You need to reach out to her, book a call, come to the conference, come to the event in Dallas, the Attract Abundance Conference. But while we're here, what can you teach us on today? Because I know this concept of what you do and how you do it, it is brilliant. It is for some people unorthodox, and they're like, what, huh? Like they're not really understanding what's happening. So if you can just give us a few tips of what's happening and how is this helping people be able to build wealth and create income that's going to impact generations because of the work that you're doing. So if you can dive a little bit deeper into the how, but not too deep, because y'all got to book a call. She's a coach, so you got paid, right? You got paid. Listen. She's laughing, but can somebody tell her I'm like this all the time? I'm like this all the time. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. I want you to share with us some tips and just some more information of how do you do what you do. So if people are interested in learning more, they can reach out to you and they know what they're reaching out for.
Gotcha. Well, here's the thing. Like I said, you can't be sitting and waiting to win government contracts. Not even with the AI that we have. There's a lot of people now because AI is there. Everybody's just submitting and submitting and submitting, and which makes the whole application process cumbersome. Even for those that wants to review the application at the end, it doesn't mean what they're submitting is unique or good or better. It just makes the whole process a cumbersome process. So I am part of an ecosystem. When we say ecosystem, I'm talking about university leaders, political leaders, large corporations, large foundations in the ecosystem where we utilize our expertise. So there is no way anyone works with us. You don't even have to come in with experience. We have everyone. We have those big people that helps us. And so when we go after those funds in, when they see those applications, they see the big names, the top notch. It pushes us and gives us that leverage in winning and securing funds. And like I said, we don't typically like to wait because we know those names. We have those people. When we write proposal, we even give you names of places to take it to that we know they would buy your work capabilities. They like what they see, right? So we don't like to wait. We like to be proactive. It's called the proactive way. So we leverage our ecosystem and we proactively secure funds instead of just waiting, bidding, and sitting there for waiting for these people to call us back. It's this mechanism helps us to build relationships, even helps us to initiate conversations because it's all about who you know. It's your network. So we like to leverage this unique way in dealing and buying with or selling to the government.
If you are not new to my space, if you're not new to watching me live, you all know I just spoke about this 2 weeks ago. I talked about the power of proximity and how who you are close to and who you network with is going to help elevate your net worth. So you got another reason why you got to get in the room. Another reason why you have to be intentional this season about where you go and what you do, because your reputation is going to take you more places than the photo shoot, than the pictures, right?
Photos, right.
Like, now, speaking of photos, you are gorgeous. You don't listen. You need when you come to Texas, we're gonna do a photo
It's
shoot.
for the rehearsal, you know what I mean?
Say it again.
It's for the rehearsal. We're just trying to look good for.
No, you gorgeous. Listen, sidebar. You don't even have to use AI. You are gorgeous.
Thank you, mom.
You are gorgeous. But thank you. Sometimes people get they get it confused and they're like, oh, I need to focus on my brand and I can't do this until I get this website, until I get this here, until I get 10,000 followers, until I get this. Right?
No
It's like sometimes people get focused on the wrong thing. And what I heard this queen say is like you want to get in proximity with the people who already have the reputation, who are going to open up the doors, right? Who gonna tear down the floors for you, right? And then you move as if the answer is yes. Like scared money don't make money. Have you heard of that before?
Of
Scared
course.
money don't make money. You can't be scared. You got to go out there and get it.
Absolutely. One more thing. See, what we also do that is so unique is that from the proposal, from everything that we do, we create what we call a product. So while we are waiting to secure these funds, we have something to sell. We're already making passive income while we are waiting for the actual money. So it's always a win-win. It's always a win-win.
I hope y'all are getting. I hope everybody's getting this. What she said was, while we're waiting on the contracts to be approved, we also have other things that we're selling. So we always have cash flow coming in. So speak to the importance of always having cash flow come in And let's speak about how you can have multiple streams of income from the same industry. Sometimes people will go out there and they'll want to create 7 different businesses and 7 different industries instead of you see it
Instead of selling to the same clients, same people. You have to leverage what you have, and that's honestly what we teach, or what I teach, what we do in the lab. What I teach as a coach or a consultant in the diagnostic lab, we stack services. We like to sell to the same people. We stack it. So from drug testing, we do DNA testing, with your immigration. These are all relatable and stackable. So you're not just doing one thing, you're doing multiples. That gives you more money while you're doing the same thing with the same energy, with the same people. It's a lot of strategies that comes in play with that.
Listen, I'm going to give y'all a strategy too. See, people think that sometimes when I'm teaching you concepts, people will say, "Oh, it's easy for you because of this," or "It's easy because of that," or they'll say, "Oh, you do insurance, so that's all that you do." And it's like, no, I understand business and I understand the concept of stacking. So let's say, for example, with the family, right? So you have a baby, right? So the baby may need college planning.
Right.
The parents may need insurance for estate planning, right? The grandparents in that same family, they may need retirement planning because they're getting ready to retire, right? So you're able to cross sell, you're able to stack, you're able to make multiple streams of income from the same industry without you having to go out there and start
And keep
7 new businesses.
New LLC. No, we don't like to do that. We like to work smart and not hard. Be proficient.
Say that last thing again.
We like to be proficient, working smart and not hard.
Work smart and not hard. You want to accelerate the rate in which you attract abundance. You want to work smart and not hard. Kay said yes all the time. She said I'm like this all the time. All the time. Gretel said multiple streams of income from the same industry. I'm just saying. Because even when I help my clients, I'm able to make overrides or spreads from agents that produce, right? But I also speak, right? I'm able to make money that way. I also help women be able to see where they are financially, where they want to be, and help them to be able to make more money in their businesses. So there, I'm a coach, but I'm coaching the same people who are coming to me for retirement planning.
Right.
Stacking
it. We love stacking.
We do love stacking. I don't want to give too much away because this isn't even in my private group. See, in my private group, I like to give things that I don't give publicly. Gotcha. But on today, we're giving so many gems today, and I think it's because we're excited. We're getting ready for our rehearsal dinner, and I just feel very centered. I feel very centered. I feel like I'm in a season where God is connecting me to everybody I need to be connected to in order to rise up as the leader that He wants me to be, not just in the financial services industry, but also in business, in ministry, in Dallas, outside of Dallas. Like, it's a beautiful thing. Hi, Mika. Mika Diamond said hello. Yes. Look, Gretel said from the same pot. Dr. Elizabeth, you are a successful business owner. You are a professor. You are a teacher. You are a mother. You are a wife. I want you to speak about what do you do in those moments when you do not feel like giving your all, when you may feel, let's see, what's the word I want to use? You may feel overwhelmed or you just don't feel it some days. What do you do?
What do I do? I like going to church. I just like going to church because it's a small community for me. It allows me to do what I want to do, because with bigger churches, I like singing too. So with bigger churches, I don't get to go to the choir because it's big. But with my church, I just like going to church, and it just allows me to just freestyle and cry to God if I need to cry, if I need to ask. I just like to be in His presence because my church is like 5 minutes away from my home. So I just want to just go there and just talk to God and just do me.
Wow, I didn't even know what she was going to say, y'all. That was such a beautiful answer, wasn't it? She said, I like to go to church.
That's what I like to do.
when you said that, I was thinking, like, again, being in proximity, being in community with people who are going to lift your spirit, who are going to encourage you, right?
Definitely.
And then also having that relationship with God to know, like, okay, if I'm not feeling my best self, let me go to the Creator who created me and cry out to Him and say, God, what is it that I need to be doing in this season? Now, I'm going to give y'all a business hack, right? So I pray every morning. I pray every morning. And I pray for God to order my steps. I pray for Him to trick the algorithm and rig the algorithm in my favor so that my post, right?
So that I have to stumble or make no mistakes or come back home and cry. Like, just orchestrate my steps.
Just put it in order for me, Lord, because I can't figure out this algorithm because they keep changing it. So I just pray, like, rig the algorithm in my favor. Help me to show up where I need to show up. Put me in front of the people that's looking for me. I promise y'all, I say that prayer. And some people laugh. They think I'm playing, but I'm really not. Like, that is a business hack.
Even as a coach, you got to. You're leading people. People are relying on you for everything, for so much. Like, you have to also be an exemplary leader. You can't, because look, and it's part of it. Listen, yo, if you truly are God, like, if you don't have God, I don't know what else you want to have, though, because people are looking, like I said. So where I'm coming from, people rely on you for so much, and you have to have this source, this, because when I go to God, I always have there's a way I receive from Him. So I always like to just use that channel. So as a coach, as someone that people looks up to, you really do have to be meaningful to yourself and to the people that you're impacting.
Yeah. You have to keep your cup filled. Let's see. We can say yes indeed. Great question. Okay, I am going to end this interview. We'll interview her again, but I'm going to end this interview by asking you, is there anything that you feel someone should know or be prepared for if they are interested in starting their own diagnostic lab?
Honestly, if you want to multiply, remember, speaking of multiple streams of income, you don't have to, like Miss Greta was saying, you don't have to put everything in one pot. You can diversify. There are like these days, I'm teaching immigration consulting. It's a lot of, and you don't need to go back to law school. Even if you want to do in the health field, diagnostic lab, you don't need medical background. So what am I trying to say, in other words, is our industry has up to 10 streams of income you can tap to without you going back to school, because it's all about abundance and attracting abundance. It's a lot of opportunities right now. At my conference, when you guys do decide to attend, we are positioning. We have, so, like, you're one of our speakers. You're going to teach us about sales, right?
Yes.
So
How to sell without coming across salesy.
About being salesy. You know what I mean? I have personally positioned all of my speakers from diverse industry, expert leaders in their industry, to come and teach and pour into us. So it's happening right now. This is the best time to tap into what we do, because, like I said, as you can see, I wear so many hats. Like, and you don't need, like, I'm trying to say, you don't have to go back to school to do any of these things, right? So conference is the moment where y'all can tap into, you can start softly. But yeah, so to go back to your question, this is the best time to get in the game, because there are so many opportunities on top of the conference where we have put key people together to come and educate and bless us.
Yes, I said that was my last question. I got one more question for the people. So why did you say yes to going live with me?
Listen, Terry, there is this chemistry we have. Since I've met you, since I've been talking to you, there is this chemistry, and I know this is God's doing. It's not an accident. It's not by accident. Our ordainment, being together here today, receiving our doctorate together, having our conferences, and we exchanging, being at each of these conferences, and just giving back to the community. It's all God's driven, and I know God is taking us places. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I see it. It's so clear. It's not by chance. It's not by mistake. So that's why I said yes to you, because I align with you. Remember, the first thing Even I've heard of abundance before. This is not my first time of hearing attract. Neither this is my first time of hearing about abundance. But there is just this uniqueness that you bring to the table. And everybody can tell, we I see you every day. I watch you. You know what I mean? So you truly attract abundance. And that's why I want to plug in, because I want to attract abundance too. Okay, y'all?
Yes, because there's levels to this thing, y'all. There are levels to this. I'm hyped. Can I be honest? I'm running off of 2.5 hours of sleep. But when I came downstairs
Right.
and I saw Dr. Elizabeth, I said, all right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
Right.
So thank you all for watching this live. If you're watching the replay, type hashtag replay. Thank you, Gretel, Mika, Kay, Lynn. I'll see you soon for your commentary. And just make sure you tap in. Follow Dr. Elizabeth online. Check out her conference, especially if you're in Atlanta. But even if you're not in Atlanta, like, make the trip. If you know you need to be in the room, get in the room. Get in the room. I'm getting in the room. And I'll be attracting abundance in the room. Listen, I'm just trying to tell the people.
We're gonna be talking a lot about God. Even one of our political leaders are gonna be in the room. So you're looking for opportunities, you're looking for funding opportunities. That is the room to be at, because our leaders are going to be there giving us the nuggets. Like, we are connecting you to the right source. So really, that's why I said this is the right time to get into this space if you really want to. Multiple streams of income.
She said the people who make the decisions are going to tell you how to become more attractive to the people that you want to work with.
How you say that. I like how you rephrase that.
Listen, I got you.
That's a good one.
I got you.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
She has the people in the room.
They're coming.
That are going to tell you how to become more attractive so that you can win more of the contracts.
So many resources.
I'm not playing with y'all no more. If y'all don't get these tickets, if y'all don't reach out, if y'all don't get on this train, because let me tell you something. God has already shown me. God showed you a lot of things. God has already shown me in a very short time. I will not be as accessible to people as I've been before. And I've had I'm busy now, but God has shown me, and He's even spoken to through other people that, like, you're not going to be as accessible. And I'm not saying that to like be like, oh, I'm a big shot. I'm not going to be as accessible because of where He's calling me to and where He's taking me to. So there is a window of opportunity.
Tap into it right now, though. You know what I mean? You can't miss it. It's the best time to, if you have to invest in this, go borrow money, go get some. You know what I mean? You want to be in the room, because as business owner, you need to position yourself. If I had said no, and let me tell you, I didn't finish my story because I didn't want to take too much of your time. So
finish the story. You got time.
Listen, I was actually there as the owner of my business, and I was offering COVID testing. A lot of people don't want to be diagnosed. Who wants to? Okay, I test you. You have COVID. That's dilemma. People didn't want to test because that's about what I offer. So no one showed up. No one came to my table. No one came to my table. But what I did, I went to their tables. I started to make the connection. And my last stop was my connection. They didn't come because I was offering free COVID. Nobody wanted to. They wanted the other free stuff. They didn't come. But I'm glad that I showed up for myself and for my business. And that's actually how I got this contract. And this is part of where I was saying, because there are some agencies where they don't post no RFPs. They don't post, and they are also by law required to reinvest their profit into community. So we're going to be teaching you all of that, because if you don't come out there, we can't teach you here in 20, 30 minutes. You need to be in the right room. You need to be in the right room. So this is your best shot. Like Miss Terry was saying, Dr. Terry was saying, sooner or later, we are going to be unaccessible for not for bad, but for good, because we are also positioning ourselves. So you need to come meet us. You need to catch us. You need to come and learn. You need to come and grow. Exponential growth. This is the season for exponential growth.
Yes.
This is the season. This is the season. So for me, my conference, it's God. I listen to God. It's my first. Maybe I need to tell you that. This is my first. And I told Dr. Terry, at the two, I said we sold out. Remember I said we sold out. We sold out. I had to reopen more tickets because people kept coming and they wanted it. And it's an I ticket. My ticket is I. because of what we offer, because of the value that we bring. I am giving you 10 ways to make money. And these ways are stackable.
Listen, tell the people, how much is your ticket?
My VIP is 2,500. VIP is 2,500, and people are buying it. I sold 3 VIP tickets yesterday. Another vendor came again. We sold out of vendor space, and they came and she was like, I don't even need no table. Just put me in that room. That is how much they know.
They know.
They
So
know.
the Attract Abundance Conference tickets are $400 general admission and $600 VIP. I'm telling y'all, the price is going up on August 1st. And I've been nice.
It's gonna go up.
I've been nice, but the price has to go up.
Will, because of the value. Because of the value. The speakers, we coming. It's gonna be a 3 days, 2.5 days. We're gonna be there. Impacting you, giving you what you need to know to grow, to connect you. See, we don't do conference because we want to do conferences. It's designed and orchestrated strategically. You know what I mean? So this is the time for you to go out there. It doesn't have to be convenient. Nothing has to come convenient for you. You just have to have this in your mind. I want to do it, and God will back it up for you.
Yes.
Money is not a problem, because you know what? Guess what? There are 4 ways to make wealth. There are 4 ways to make wealth. Your time is your wealth. You have to create time. A lot of you don't like doing things because you keep saying, I don't have time. I don't have time. You got to create time. Your physical cash is also wealth. Your health is your wealth.
Yes, yes.
All right. And the last one is who you know. Your network is your network.
Yes.
And that's why our conferences has all of this.
Yes.
We are going to put you in the right room with the right people. And that's what that it takes. You don't need no RFP. You don't need that's because our leaders are going to be in the room.
In the room.
Connecting you to the right source, the plug that you need to exponentially grow.
Yes. Ooh, the plug. Listen, there's a musical, right? And it's called Hamilton. And there's a song in there where it says, I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You better get in the room where it happens.
Attract abundance, y'all.
Attracting abundance, right? And riches in diagnostics. Listen, I thank you all for watching this live. If you know somebody needs to see this, tag them on the video or share it with them. But we are here for you because we get ready for a party. We get ready for a rehearsal dinner, but we came here for you. For you. We came together for you because at the end of the day, we don't have to tell you nothing. we ain't got to tell you nothing. We ain't got to tell you nothing. We ain't got to show you nothing. Like we could literally focus on our own coins. That's right. And not even do a conference.
But we called to do this. We called to do this.
Exactly.
And we do it so differently and unique with results driven. We don't just do things. We have results. Go check it out.
Yes.
It's all result driven.
Yes. Follow me, baby. I got receipts. We got receipts. Okay.
We talk with receipts.
Yes.
That's true.
Well, thanks again for being here.
So yes,
I appreciate you. And we're going to wrap this up so we can be on time for our dinner.
Yes.
Sounds good.
We're hungry, so we got to go.
Yes.
But thank you all so much. Thank you.
Yes. Well, I will see y'all later. And make sure you put your information in the comment section so people can connect with you. Right. Adios, everybody. Adios. Have a great night.